Wherever we go, travel bombards us with superlatives: best beach bar, nicest mountain view room, freshest shrimp. Some of these claims may verge on truth. Most are subjective. Then there are those rarer destinations offering genuine superlative or even extreme experiences with claims that can be backed by science or cold, hard, or hot or dark or windy facts. Here are 6 across the USA that are sure to provide travelers with an extreme thrill.
Before that, please like and subscribe.
Extremely hot. Death Valley, California. Temperatures in Death Valley, California, are soaring. Just more than a century ago, on July 13, 1913, the planet's hottest recorded temperature was measured in California's Death Valley, 134 F, 56.6 C. It's a high that hasn't been surpassed, but every summer we inch closer to it. In July, thermometers in Death Valley National Park, 3.3 million acres of desiccated lake beds, barren mountains and parched canyons, can reach beyond 125 Fahrenheit, 51 Celsius. What makes it so bloody hot here? Depths of 282 feet, 86 meters, below sea level, combined with a narrow length and sheer mountain walls trap and maximize solar radiation. This creates masses of superheated air that have nowhere to go and nothing to do all summer long but melt the teeth of anyone foolhardy enough to visit. Fairbanks, Alaska. Fairbanks, Alaska, rewards dead of winter visitors with 4 hours of daylight and temperatures that can dip to -40 F on any given cold snap. It also offers the northern lights. The Alaskan interior is known as one of the best places on Earth to see the northern lights. Winter nights are some of the most reliable viewing periods for these mesmerizing displays. It's also the season for dog mushing, snow machining, ice fishing, and witnessing the world's top single-block ice carvers chisel it out in sub-zero temperatures at the BP World Ice Art Championships, February 23 to March 29. Natural Bridges National Monument, Utah. Hiding in the preternaturally dark shadow of better-known national park neighbors like Zion, Bryce, and Canyonlands, Natural Bridges became the world's first HIDA-certified international dark sky park in 2007. That officially makes it one of the most nationally and conscientiously light pollution-free spots in the United States. According to a National Park Service survey, Natural Bridges ranks Abordal Class 2, the darkest sky in the study. Never mind what exactly Abordal is, the 9-level scale measures relative observability of celestial objects. Just know that Class 2 is the most pristine night sky you'll find anywhere between New York and Las Vegas. Its remote location, far from the usual sources of artificial light, makes Natural Bridges an unusually good place to stargaze, says Park Superintendent Jim Dugan. Clean air, 6,500-foot elevation, unobscured vistas and a semi-arid environment enhance the opportunity to view a pristine night sky much as ancestral Puebloans experienced it over 1,000 years ago. Olympic Peninsula, Washington. March and early April is still off-season in the Pacific Northwest, unless you're an avid storm watcher. Then the wave-battered, rime-hammered, wind-belted, lost cell phone signaled coast of Washington's Olympic Peninsula smokes thinking any day of the week. Are you ready, really ready, for the world's most extreme adventures? There they can safely watch waves toss around giant conifer logs like matchsticks and splurge on a Brave the Storm package that includes ponchos, hand warmers and peppermint schnapps. The craziest gales here are usually in November and December, says Mike Guilford, Kalawak Lodge facility manager. But you can get some pretty impressive rainstorms right up into May. St. Augustine, Florida. Unbeknown to many Americans, the oldest permanently settled European town in the United States is, no, not Jamestown, Virginia, not Old Town, Maine, not Century City, California, but St. Augustine, Florida. The small, tourism-fueled spot on North Florida's historic coast was founded in 1565 when Spanish explorer Admiral Pedro Menendez pulled ashore here and built a military base. September 2015 will mark the town's 450th birthday with fireworks, festivals and a reenactment of the Menendez landing. But in any given year there may be no better place in the United States to surrender to the forces of extremely old-themed tourism. Here one can enter the old colonial quarter of the country's oldest city and stroll down its oldest street, get fake diplomas at the oldest schoolhouse, hear ghost stories and enter the old jail. A bell-clanging trolley train tours 60 other points of interest in St. Augustine, which, did we mention, are all old. Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Any place that trademarks itself as home of the world's worst weather, with a world's worst weather coffee mug in its summit gift shop to prove it, better be able to walk the talk. With erratic conditions that can go from sun to blinding blizzard in the span of a half-day hike, Mountain Washington State Park's namesake peak witnessed a record-shattering wind speed of 231 miles per hour, 371 kilometers per hour, in 1934. That's since been surpassed elsewhere, but who's really keeping score at this point? The 1,916-meter mountain sits at the perfect confluence of major storm tracks and air mass routes buffeting the U.S. Northeast and pulls in gusts that exceed hurricane force on more than 100 days each year. January and March seem to be the worst, says Mount Washington State Park Assistant Manager Nathaniel Camille, who notes that winter mountaineering and hiking here are on the rise. On a nice weekend in February, we will see 100 or so people on the summit.